Alright, welcome back to my channel. This is part 3 of What If Deku Was in Purgatory. And I'm sorry if I'm going to say this, but I want to start a new series. It's What If Deku Was Terror Man. Terror Man? I think it's Terror Man. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Terror Man. Can't remember. But, I'm talking about this dude. He's from something I read, and it was pretty interesting. Best picture. So, after this, I already looked up his ability. I remember what it was, but I had to, make sure it was correct. And, he's going to actually get the suit too, and probably he's going to use guns. Yeah, I'm going to make him use guns too. So I'm going to make that after this one. And that's basically like a vigilante, what if? And not like a hero, just a vigilante. I don't remember him killing. Yeah, he don't. I'm pretty sure he doesn't kill, but I'm going to make him kill in this one. And also thought of another one, the Shifu one that I said, Naruto. I'm going to try to make all of them in the same period of today. And if I remember, I will do it. And I will try to record more for you guys instead of like taking day breaks and then record another one video and then posting it. I'm trying to record more so you guys get more content. So, let's get into the story. After the week of training, they come back to school. Deku left his daughter, at Inko's house, as Inko's, watching over her. Actually, no, Inko brings, her daughter and Deku's daughter, and they go to the sports festival. They're actually watching the sports festival. And like I said before, Deku's daughter is 2 years old, and, she can recognize her, Deku, and she can't speak and walk. So, I think her name Mira. Yeah, I remember her name, Mira. I can't forget that. If I would have did, it was been over here. Yeah. So, yeah, the Deku's daughter's name is Mira. I forgot the wife's name, even though I'm the one who came up with it. So, Inko and Mira went to the sports festival. They there. So, Deku met with them before they actually, went in. Mira told Deku that he has to get first place, that he has to, basically win. She said, "Win, Papa." That sounds weird. I don't like saying it. But she basically just told Deku to win. Right then and there, Deku's heart melted. And Deku thought, I don't care what anybody do. I don't care if they ask me or anything, they want to win or not. They not going to win. I'm finna win this for my daughter. So, oh yeah, I forgot his magic abilities. I don't care. I know it's fire, wind, lightning, demonic fire, wind, lightning, poison, and his inventory. And I can't remember the other one that I had. I'm sorry if I forget, a lot, but that's just how I am. I'm forgetful, but on certain days I remember things that don't even want to remember. I remember them. So let's just get into the story. So the kids still block off. Well, the other classes still block off Class 1A's doors. Mama's still talking that bull crap. Deku don't bother, talking to him. He just walks towards the door with a determination to get first place. Don't even care about anybody else. He just started walking towards the door. When everyone tried to block him, they just felt this presence telling them to back off. So they just did. And Deku just kept walking. Now, once Deku passed, that presence left, and they was wondering what that was. I'm sorry if I keep, clearing my throat a lot. I don't know why it is that my throat do this. I'm finna go in the living room a little bit to get something to drink, and I might stay in there. So if you hear my little sister or my older sisters, they are in their rooms, and my little sister's in the living room. And the last thing I saw of her, she was asleep. But I'm finna go see. So, oh, this nigga's. Oh, you wait. I'm recording, so be quiet. Hold on for a second. Okay, I am back. So, everyone does go out to the field. They're standing there, and Midnight asks for the person who got first place on the entrance exam to come up and give a speech, which was Deku. So Deku comes up, to the podium. They say, he has to give a speech. So Deku gives a speech. He just says, simple words. I'm gonna win, so don't even try it. As he just lets go of the mic and he walks off. All the other classes, start talking bullcrap like, anyway, so thinks they're so much better than everyone else. Deku says, shut up. I'm not even doing this for myself, I'm doing this for my daughter. As I say, wait, what? Wait, did he just say, wait? No, he didn't. As in the crowd, people do hear, Mira saying, Papa, Papa's gonna win this. So, the first exam is not the exam. The first the first part of the sports festival is the obstacle course. So, let me know if you guys want me to do the island thing. I can do that. I can just make it into like a separate part. After I finish the what if, I make it. But just know that it was actually in between. The episodes. So, actually this part I'm actually gonna make it. So I'm gonna try to record this part to be as long as I can. So Todoroki does still declare war on Deku. Deku don't even acknowledge him. Which does make Todoroki, agitated. But he just let it go. So, they're ready to go. Midnight says go. Todoroki still does, block off the tunnel with ice. And, he thinking that nobody can get out of it. But, he don't see Deku when he looks back between his eyes. He don't see Deku. No one does. And, they, wonder where Deku is. As Aizawa looks down, he sees Deku just inside the ring. As it says, the first place goes to Izuku Midoriya. As President Mike said, what do you mean? As Aizawa says, look down. As he sees him, as President Mike says, whoa, would you look at that, people? Izuku Midoriya is already at, the end of the race. Now, nobody in the race actually heard that because they're too far away. Who did I say got one fall? Pretty sure I said it was Bakugo. No, Bakugo. Wait. Did Bakugo get one fall? No, I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Bakugo got one fall. Actually, no. Yeah. No. Yeah, he did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I don't even care. Whoever got one fall, got one fall. So, Todoroki and Bakugo still fight for... Actually, no, Bakugo don't get one fall. The person I'm going to say who got one fall is... Yeah, the person who got one fall is I want to say it's Kirishima. Yeah, that seems perfectly fine because he got the heart to do it, and I might see something inside Kirishima. You know, he's pure hearted. He wants nothing but to protect people, and he got the hero instincts like Deku got. Oh yeah, comment down below. Wait, no, I'm gonna put a poll up. Which one you want to see first? Oh yeah, actually got 3 series that I always want to do. What if Deku went to hell? Well, mostly like, what if Deku was a ghost, something like that. What if what if Naruto was Shifu, and what if Deku was Terra Man? Not Terra. I think it's Terra Man. I had to see. So, no. Deku got first place. Bakugo get second. Todoroki get third, and Kirishima get fourth, and so on and so forth. So everyone else, gets to the same place they do it canon, and the teams are different. Deku's on the same team with Obara, along with Tokiyami. Tokiyami. Oh yeah, Shinso, he's in class 1B, and Shinso isn't arrogant as he is. He's still arrogant, but he isn't as arrogant as he is with canon. But he still uses other students for his own personal gain. Deku, Tokiyami, Ibara. Mehasume. Pretty sure that's 4. Yeah, that's 4. So, they all on the same team. Araka actually gets with a different team. She goes with Bakugo's team. And, one of the people Bakugo's team goes to Ibara's team. So, everyone tries to go after Deku for his 10 million, but it's at Bakugo, because Bakugo already saw Deku's strength before. So he knows even if he does try anything he can, he won't be able to get past Deku's strength. His magic. And people on Bakugo's team saying, why aren't we going after Midoriya? And Bakugo says because he knows his strength. Even if everyone in this whole ring tried together, they wouldn't be able to lay a hand on the headband that Ibara is wearing, because Ibara is she is actually the rider. Deku's in the front, Tokiyami on the side, and Mehasume on the other side. So people do try to come after them, but Deku just puts a layer of wind between them, but it's pretty strong. It's actually a barrier. Only to be able to break it with his magic basically held back, basically sealed away. He still has his magic sealed away and not using his full capability. To be able to break it, you're gonna have to need one fall at least 75%. Actually, no, you're gonna need one fall at I'm gonna downgrade a little bit. One fall at least 30%. But Kirishima right now, he can only handle, without using his hardening quirk, he can only handle, I want to say 12%. But if he hardened, he can use up to 20%. 20 to 28. So that's what he does. He tries, punching it using his hardening with 28%, but he sees it's not even doing nothing. It may, crack it a little bit, but it's not breaking through. But Deku is, complimenting Kirishima on his strength to actually be able to, cause cracks on this, on this wind barrier. Todoroki tries his ice, but it doesn't work. Deku does compliment Todoroki on this ice, and it is cold and it's strong, but you won't be able to break it. Sorry to say. Now, if you use your fire, you might be able to at least scratch it. But you don't seem like you are, because you're being held back by emotions. Because Deku is wise and he is smart, like I said before. Been alive for this many years. You have to be that smart. So, now people still go after Deku, but they see that they can't anymore, so they try to get as much points as they can before the time is up. So after a while, the time does go up, and Midnight announces, you know, Deku's team as the winner. They kept their points. So the first match is actually Deku versus Shinso. Yeah, Shinso. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the fights the same. I'm not gonna change up a bars fight because I really wanted to stay the same. At this time, Ibarra and Deku are dating. That's the ship, like I said before. And Terra Man Deku don't expect the ship, but prepare for one because I might bring one in. But I'm trying to stray from Momo or Araka. I might go for Jiro, Mina, Froppy, Nejire, any other girls in My Hero Academia that I can think of to my ship Deku with. But I might not do that at all. So, I'm gonna post more on Huey Deku, Purgatory Naruto, and other series that I might have to in a while after I finish a lot of series, like I said before. So, no. Shinso does try to control Deku when the fight starts, but Deku did speak, but Shinso sees that he can't take control of Deku's mind. The reason that is because Deku's mind is too much prepared for it. His mind is too strong. He can't be taken over by Shinso. And even if he did, even if Shinso did take over, Deku's mind, it wouldn't, be good for him. Deku's, mind would basically drag him inside of Deku's mind and basically show him a image of Deku where he is bigger. Well, not bigger. Well, image of Deku he's much, he's much bigger than he is right now. He's older, and with way longer hair than the one he has right now, and he, being real deadly. Deku already has long hair, but it's kept up, so people don't know how long it really is. They think it just has much as canon, but people don't know the full extent of Deku's hair because it is being kept up to a point it looks like it is in canon. But Deku's hair is much more longer than that, and Bakugo knows the full extent of Deku's hair because he's seen it before. Bakugo knows a lot of Deku's secrets because he's seen it before, along with Ibarra. And yes, a holy person, not a holy person, a religious person going out with a half demon is, frowned upon, but Ibarra don't care. Because, they grew up together and they dating. And Ibarra can see that Deku's half demon side of him, and, the demons that they have in their world and their religion are nothing alike. And, she likes Deku because, she likes him. Stop asking questions. So, Shinso says, you ain't always thinking that they're better than people, and I've always been called a villain most of my life because of my quirk. Deku says, but to prove people wrong. Shinso says, what do you mean? Let me ask you something. Have you always just sat down and cried because people called you villain? Have you never tried to prove them wrong? Have you never tried to put anything into life? Then you're just basically playing their games, and they're going to manipulate you how they want to. So, let me tell you something. Piece of advice, come from me. If you want to prove someone wrong, work out. You have a mind control quirk, right? So, learn some martial arts. Learn how to fight. The quirk's not villainous. There's no such thing as a villain's quirk. It's only villainous people. So I might say my abilities, my magic, is villainous because, he shows the black flames, red purplish black flames. Saying that these are what I call fires of hell. Or demonic flame. As she shoots it, It hits the ground and it burns away the ground. Deku says, well, because my magic is sealed, it is weaker, but it is stronger than most flames. It is stronger than what people call blue flames. If my magic wasn't sealed, this one little blast of fire could have disintegrated this whole universe. But you wouldn't believe it, no matter anyway. So, let me tell you some more advice. Don't step to someone stronger than you next time, as he punched Notion, so he fly out the ring, knocked out. As Deku walks back, Deku starters cheering for him, and so is Inko. So everyone's fights go like it can, and Bauer still wins against Tokiyami. What's his name? Kaminari, yeah. She still wins against Kaminari. Bako wins against Araka, but he goes easier on her. And Araka and Bako starting to come to like each other. Yes. This is a dangerous ship, but I'm gonna do it. Because I've come to see that I don't hate Bakugo, but it's certain Bakugos that I hate, in certain what ifs. People do what ifs, it's just easy. The way that they manipulate the words to make Bakugo sound evil, and you just don't like them. But certain people can make Bakugo seem like a good person. It's just the way they, play the words. Like I said before, I'm going to keep saying this every time someone asks what a whatever is. We are people, that play God with our own world that we, came across. We play God with this world. And what we do is we manipulate the people in it. We manipulate their thoughts and their actions. We manipulate what power they get, what power they don't get. We manipulate how their lives going to be, and we manipulate the people around them. We are people playing God. But that does not mean we can do anything with this world. Well, we can, but we don't. Some of us may choose to change the world up completely. Some of us may choose to not change the world at all, but just change the person. That's what I love about what ifers. We are creative. If you don't have a creative mind, you're a what ifer. You don't need to be one. Creativity is one of the main parts of being a YouTuber. And creativity sparks about life. The more creativity you have, well, the better, you're going to be at things. So, that's why I love my creativity, but I also love my chaotic nature. My nature to destroy things, but I love also my nature to create. You balance them both and you get something very perfect. So, I'm sorry for that little tangent. So, everyone else fights go like good, saying like I said in canon. So, now it's Todoroki. Well, I'm pretty sure it's Todoroki. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Todoroki versus Deku. So, Endeavor does try to stop Deku to get him to, get Todoroki to use his fire, but Deku walked, right past him. Endeavor tries to, grab Deku's shoulder, but Deku just blitz out into the ring because he didn't want to waste time. He didn't even recognize Endeavor was there. He didn't even, recognize his presence. To him, Endeavor was invisible. Sorry about my speech. I don't usually talk like this. I don't know why this is, but, well, I do talk like this, but it's just, it don't sound good when you record it. So, Todoroki says, I'm going to beat you. Deku says, whatever. So, Todoroki does shoot off some ice at Deku. Deku just taps it, and it breaks. Todoroki shoots some more. Deku keeps breaking it. Todoroki says, why are you holding back on me? Deku says, if I use my full power, you'll die. Todoroki says, use your full power, let me see it. Deku says, not unless you do it. Todoroki says, I don't want to use my full power. I won't use his power. Deku says, who is he? Oh, sorry about that sound. That was me turning off my TV. Endeavor, what Todoroki said, then why not? Because, it's because of that scar right there. Deku then, talks to Todoroki, giving him some lights in life. Let me tell you something. Those who are held back by the past may never grow great. You may be a tree. Well, you're not a tree at all. You're just a bush. Most people will grow up to be trees, but you grow up to be a bush. You're holding yourself back from your full capabilities. You were a seed planted to be greatness, but you're holding yourself back because of something that happened in the past. You don't look for retribution from what happened. You don't move on. Make peace with your demons, but not trying to kill them. If you just let the fire that's in you flow and keep growing and growing, that's not going to be good for you. But let the fire out and exhaust it. Let that ice flow too. Keep the ice in. It will be dangerous. Let all your power out. Let all your frustration out. Let it out, Todoroki. Let it out. As Deku keeps saying these words over and over again, and it's kind of making like a trance to Todoroki. It's reaching his mind, and it's, sound like Deku's words are, deteriorating, distorting. And, Todoroki look like the world going black, and it's spinning around, and he can only see Deku. And he's listening to Deku's words, and his words are getting to his mind, and it's confusing Todoroki. Todoroki says, fine. As he lets out, his fire and his ice. Deku says, good. As Todoroki shoots, his, zero caliber, like I called it. So he shoots zero caliber, towards Deku, but Deku, blocks it. And, and it, blows up. Todoroki thinks he's won, but, Deku's still there. The ground around Deku isn't even gone, but, everywhere else is gone. Deku tells Todoroki, that's good. Don't you feel so much better now? Todoroki, thinking that he hasn't gone out, but he does listen to what Deku says. He does feel much better now, getting that frustration out. Letting out that huge, blast of power. Even though he feels exhausted, he feels much better. Like his soul has been cleansed. Like all the anger is gone. But he still has the hatred for his father. That can't be gone after just a blast of energy that was kept up. A blast of frustration over the years. Deku says that's the first step. You have much more to learn. As he blesses Todoroki and, tells Todoroki, go to sleep for now. As he puts Todoroki to sleep by a single punch to the stomach. Everyone's shocked by, Deku's display of power, and we move on. Now, Ibara versus Ida, Ibara takes down Ida so easy. Even though Ida has speed, Ibara, trained with Deku. So she makes, a whip out of her hair and, basically placed it in her hand, and she started swinging it around a lot. Ida saying he can't get close, but he, says he thinks he found an opening, so he rushes in, and, it was from, her backside, she was blinded, that what he thought. So he rushes in, and her hair grabs Ida and throws him out. And they announced that, Ibara has won, and she moves on. And everyone else fights go like in canon for the most part. Oh yeah, Tetsu versus Kirishima. Because he had one fall, he actually did better. He actually beat Tetsu, and they didn't have to do that arm wrestling fight. And when he fought Bakugo, even though he has one fall, he couldn't handle Bakugo because Bakugo trained more. Even if he had one fall, he couldn't hang with Bakugo. And even if he did use his hardening quirk, even though it's stronger, Bakugo's explosions are stronger than that, and they, still messed him up, and he still feels the backlash from it. So, he still loses. So now it's Deku versus Ibarra. Deku thinks he wants to play with Ibarra for a little bit. He wants to, see what she can really do. So Deku actually says to Ibarra, if, she can get him to be serious, he will let down his hair. And, basically not keep his hair up for at least, I'm going to say, for at least a couple of months. And she says, deal. So, they keep fighting. And she got Deku to actually, act a little bit serious. But Deku wanted this to happen, so he says, alright. So he lets down his hair, and everyone can see how truly long Deku's hair is. And the people in class, when they was like, they've never seen Deku's hair this long, they didn't even notice. Bakugo says, oh, he's letting down his hair. And everyone else in their class, when they ask, wait, you know about this? Bakugo says, yeah. Deku has very long hair, But even if you do try to, grab it or cut it, burn it, anything, it won't work. I once, used my explosions on his hair. It did nothing. I tried cutting it before because he, I tried cutting it before to prank him. It did nothing. He's, he was, by fire one time, and his hair was, literally on the fire, but it wouldn't catch fire. So I've come to never again touch his hair because I believe that his hair is too strong for me. And that's how sad it is. I'm not even stronger than a bunch of hair. And some people does laugh at it, like Kaminari. So, let's get back to the fight. Ibarra is blushing, but, Deku says, you did a good job. And, Deku does, kiss her. And then he knocks her out. And then, he'll knock her out. He kisses her and then, places her outside the ring very gently. Very gently. She is angry a little bit and flustered. They called that match. And, everybody else fights like a cannon, And now it's Deku versus Bakugo. Bakugo says, fight me, give me a good fight. As Deku says, sure. So they fight, and Deku doesn't use his quirk. Bakugo using his explosions. Well, Deku don't use not his quirk, his magic. Deku just fighting Bakugo with hand-to-hand combat. But, Bakugo using his, explosions. So after a while, Deku says you've gotten stronger. You just need to get, you just need to, make your bones stronger, and then your explosions can get stronger naturally. So until you do that, he rushes up, hit Bakugo with an uppercut. His body's in the air. He then jumps, spins around, kicks Bakugo in the right side of his ribs, which cracked him a little bit. He then, kicks Bakugo's head down, which does give him a slight concussion. Then he punches Bakugo's jaw, which, rattles his brain, knocking him out. And then, kicks him in the stomach, which puts him to the ground. During this whole time, Bakugo is knocked out in what people perceived as, just a second. So he went to Recover Girl. Recover Girl says, look, she noticed that Bakugo has broken ribs. He has concussion. His jaw is, dislocated. And his stomach hurts. His stomach is bruised. So she kissed him. Bakugo, even after this, even knocked out, he loses all his stamina, so he won't be able to wake up for a while. Even if he does wake up, he won't be able to move because he's going to be out of stamina still. So Deku is awarded first place. Bakugo is awarded third place, and I believe Bakugo is awarded second place. Tokiyami third. I believe that's how it's go. So All my dads give them advice, what they did wrong, what they did right. And after that happened, he just still gets that call that his brother got basically messed up by staying, and he does swear vengeance. But Deku can feel it. He feels, Ida malicious intent. So what he, does, he try to talk Ida out of it. Even though Deku is wise, he can use it to talk people out of, a lot of things. But he couldn't talk Ida out his revenge. Deku, tells Ida he's an idiot. And Ida says, what do you mean? You do know if you go out there, you fight Sting, you lose, you die, what do you think your brother would think? Ida says, what are you talking about? I'm not going to lose, and I'm going to beat Sting. Deku says, Ida, let me ask you a question. Who's faster, you or your brother? He says, my brother. Who's a hero, you or your brother? My brother. Who has years of experience, you or your brother? My brother. Okay. Now, let's just talk about something real quick. Sting, the hero killer, right? The guy who beat your brother, who you just said was better than you, faster than you, has more experience than you, who's been a pro hero longer than you. Sting beat him and crippled him. Okay. Now, let's look back at what Sting has done for right now. He's actually killed more pro heroes than just crippling your brother, right? So, what chance do you think you got? From what I see, you're less experienced. You don't even know how to throw a proper punch. Listen, if you go out to Sting, you will die. So how about I give you some advice? Don't go out to Sting. Go to your brother's agency. You can still learn from him. Even though he's, in his condition, he can still teach you. He just won't be able to show you. And how about this? I capture Sting for you. Would you listen? Ida. So, Ida does take in Deku's words and, consider them. And he says, fine, I'll listen. So, Ida listens to what Deku said, and he actually doesn't go to Manuel. He actually goes to his brother's agency. And, don't go to Hosu. So he goes to the Genium agency, and, Deku goes to somewhere near Hosu with person that can actually support Deku, but they ain't gonna be able to take him nothing. My voice just gets weirder and weirder every second. I can't believe it. I'm just gonna stand up. I'm recording with a stand up. Sorry about that. So, Deku is in Hosu, and he's looking for Sting. And most heroes are, but Deku looking for Sting, and some night he finds Sting in the alleyway, like Ida did. But he actually saved Manuel, because Manuel was still out looking for Sting like he was in Canon. Well, not looking for him, but he was still out patrolling like he was in Canon. when he got sliced up by Stain, Deku comes in and actually saves Manuel from actually getting killed by Stain. So, ow. So, Stain says, "Who are you, kid?" And Deku says, well, I'm sorry, but I can't let you kill him. You see, as Stain can see this kid, and this kid with this long hair. They said, "Brat, what are you doing here?" As Deku says, "Well, I'm mostly here to capture you, but I'm also here to save him. I have to make sure he doesn't die, because that's what a hero should do. Even though Deku don't care about being a hero. Well, he does care, but, Stain thinking that he's a fake hero at first, but then he sees that Deku doesn't really, doesn't see that Deku is really in this for the money. So Deku takes, Manuel, and he puts him outside. And then, outside the alleyway, then he fights Stain. Stain sees that Deku is really skilled. And Deku isn't using a sword or nothing. I hate the train. It always comes when I'm recording or something like that. So if you guys hear the train, sorry about that. The train, real piece of crap. Even though my room is facing away from the train, it's still loud. From the way it sounded, it looks like it's going to the right. And I don't know which direction is right at the time. So, Deku basically, after, fighting with Stain for a little while, Deku says, "How about, I use a sword too?" Stain says, "What do you mean?" As Deku pulls out a sword out of, his subspace. And, Stain says, "You use a sword too, kid." And Deku says, "Yeah." So, start fighting, and Stain can see that Deku is way more skilled at using a sword than him. So after a while of fighting, Deku actually, beats Stain. And basically captures him. He goes out, and, other heroes actually fighting the normals at this time. And Manuel, Deku actually patched him up before he sent him out. Manuel is basically, just sitting there. So Deku comes up, he picks up Manuel, he got Stain in his other arm. That's when the normal comes up, trying to capture Deku. So what Deku says, "Oh, the normal. Well, oh, that thing again." So what he does is, he has his right foot, and he drags it up in front of him, and then releases, and then a wind blade actually, flies up and splits the normal in half. And as Deku just keeps walking, ain't no other heroes came out at that time, and he says, "Hey kid, what are you, the hero killer Stain?" And Manuel. Deku says, "Yeah. Can you call the ambulance? I think Manuel is losing a lot of blood." And I say, wait. As they call the ambulance. After a while, the ambulance does get there, and get Manuel. Deku placed Stain down at that time. And, then other nodes came out. One was coming right at Deku. Stain woke up at that time, and he thought that Deku was in trouble, so he broke out the rope. Went to the normal, he actually killed it. Deku wasn't in trouble, but Stain thought he was, and Stain thinks Deku is a real hero, a true hero. And he jumps up on top of the building. They all, the heroes try to capture him again, but Stain does that bloodlusting like he did in canon. I don't know if it wasn't affected, was Deku. Deku was not as scared at all. Stain got away. Now, the police, commissioner, he does try to, tell Deku that he's wrong for using his quirk, but Deku says, "No, I did not use my quirk, and I do not have a quirk." I have magic, and I did not use magic. I fought Stain with a sword. That's it. They said, what is that sword at then? That says, I don't know what you're talking about. No evidence, then I did not do it. But, the police, dog said, but you just said that you did. Deku said, but are you going to take my word for it? And, this dog is thinking, this kid so smart. Fine. As, he leaves. Then he thinks that he can't get Deku for anything because there's no proof of Deku, actually fighting Stain with a sword. Since there's no cuts on Stain. And, Stain's blades are perfectly intact. There's no information. There's no don't look like Stain was crossing blades with anyone. So they don't know if Deku actually fought Stain with a sword or not. So, Stain did get away, like I said, but, from what the hero said, there was no cuts on Stain. And Stain blades were left behind. So, Ida does thank Deku for trying to, take away Stain, but, he has gotten over it. He's met his brother before. And, not before, but he's met his brother. His brother did, punch Ida for having a thought. He did scold Ida and saying, well, what would he do without him? How lonely he would feel, and, So, now it's basically, they're doing actually, no. Yeah, like I said. So, yes, before. So, Deku gets to invite one person with him to Island, so he brings his daughter. So on the plane, I'm going to Island. Deku's daughter does not cry. No, she doesn't. So, people don't think that, they don't think that thought like most people would on the plane. But I wouldn't. I don't know. Never been on a plane before. Don't even travel outside the state, except for, that time I went to Mississippi and other places, I think. But, I think it was just Mississippi that I went to outside of my hometown or my home state of Louisiana. I would have loved to go to Chicago. Well, not really. I would have went to Chicago with my uncle, but, I didn't. So, Deku gets to Island. All Might meets up with Deku. And Kirishima. Kirishima All Might, because he is All Might's successor. Well, actually, no. Deku is by himself. Well, actually, no. He got first place, so he actually is with All Might, Kirishima. So they do meet, Melissa Shield. Deku's daughter is, basically walking around, pointing at things and, marveling at Island. Doing the thing that a 2-year-old would. Deku says, Mira, don't go too far ahead. Kirishima does ask, Kirishima almost already knows that, that's Deku's daughter, but he was pretty shocked when he found out. All Might didn't know yet. So All Might says, who is this little girl? Deku says, with a straight face, she's my daughter. All Might, basically stop walking and just froze there, staring off into space. After a while, he does say, daughter? Wait, you have a daughter? Deku says, yeah. All Might asks, how old is she? Deku says, 2. Wait, you had a daughter at the age of 12? Deku says, well, technically, it wasn't at the age of 12. It was at the age of... Dang. Still can't say that number. I know there's hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, trillions. I'm pretty sure this is older than the Earth itself, than the sun, than our galaxy. We don't know about the universe because we don't know how old it is yet. We don't know anything outside of the observable universe. Wait, this is bugging me. These niggas actually know what's going on outside of our galaxy. But, they know everything inside of the observable universe, they say. But these niggas don't know more than, 5% of our ocean or something like that. You know more about outer space than our own planet. I don't trust these niggas. They need to explore our oceans more. Build some technology to go down deeper in crushing depths of the ocean. But y'all can build a spaceship to go out to outer space to land the person on the moon. We don't care about the moon. Ain't nothing there. We want to learn about these oceans. All these interesting animals that's in the ocean. I want to see if the megalodon still alive. If it is, I want a pet megalodon. But I don't live nowhere near water, so I don't know where I'm going to put it. Oh, yeah. It do got a lake out in my hometown, which is only a couple of miles away. We can host it there. I'm going to feed unfortunate souls to the megalodon. Ooh, I also want to pet. Titanoboa, a giant snake. Yeah, pet Titanoboa, a T-Rex, Spinosaurus, a Velociraptor. Want to make weapons of mass destruction to delete this earth. Take out every life. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot I was recording. So, where I was? Oh yeah, Melissa, hugs All Might, saying Uncle All Might. Melissa says, "Oh, you must be, Kirishima. Hey, you must be the person who got first place on it, sports festival at Izuku Midoriya." As says, "Yes, it's a pleasure to meet you." Ibarra is also on the island, but she's with the other girls. So Mira does come over and says hello. As Melissa looks down and says, "Oh, she's so cute. Who is she?" As Deku says, "That's my daughter." As Melissa starts to slowly put together. She, like everyone else says, "Your daughter? Aren't you like 14?" As Deku says, "Yeah." Then you must have had, how old is she? 2. You had a baby at 12? As Deku says, "No." But he isn't going to explain to her about, this being older than what he looked like. Because, he's trying to minimize the people that know. Only people that know is his classmates, Aizawa, All Might, his mother, Mitsuki, Bakugo, Masaru. What's his name? Principal Nezu, All Might, and some other people. Actually, no. I believe that's it. So, she says you guys can go explore the island. All Might says he's gonna go meet David. So he goes in to meet David's shield. Melissa shows Deku and Kirishima around the island. Deku picks up his daughter and he's walking around with her. She's looking at all the things. She's asking questions about it from Melissa, and she's wondering if she can touch him, play with him, because she is still a kid. She's a kid who's basically older than everyone that's there right now. She's the second oldest behind Deku. Because she is a couple of thousand years, but she is, 2. In human standards, she's 2. But in demon standards, no, she is 2. But she is, a couple of thousand years old. So she is older than most people. older than off one. So it's Deku. So, when Deku gets to a certain age, he's gonna stop. Basically, he's gonna stop aging. So he's gonna be, Deku technically is immortal. So it's his daughter. When she gets to a certain age, she's gonna stop growing, and she's, basically gonna stay the age that she's gonna look like when she stop, aging. How long has I been recording? 55 minutes. I want to stretch this out to an hour. Okay, so they go explore the island, and they do come across the cafe, which they do go into. They do sit down, meeting everyone else. Deku puts his daughter on his lap, and she's drinking some juice, not coffee. And the other girls are there. They talk to Deku's daughter. Ibarra basically there too. And then, after a while, they do hear an explosion. After, Ida, Kaminari, it was just them this time, not Mineta. So they do go to the explosion. They see Bakugo just did the chorus. Yeah, he talked to Todoroki, says, beat that. Todoroki runs it, he gets, I think Bakugo got 7 in cannon, Todoroki got 6. So, Bakugo says, whatever. As Deku goes up, and Deku beats it faster than both of them. Got 1 second flat. And they say Deku cheated, but he didn't. He says whatever. Deku says my daughter can beat this fast than you guys. They say whatever. They want to see it. So she does. She beat it in 4 seconds. Everyone says Deku's daughter is too strong. He can't do that. He does say she takes after her mother. Like I said, she didn't use regular magic. She used demonic magic because that's what she's more used to, being in purgatory. So They asked for her mother name. I forgot, but whatever her mother name is, Deku says. They say where she at right now. Deku says she's deceased. People know what that means, but Deku's daughter doesn't. She don't know what that means. Deku's daughter is smart, but she don't know what that word means. So, after everything done, they go back to their hotel. They unpack, and they get dressed for the party that's going on. So, they get dressed. They go to the party. Deku's daughter's with them. She got a little dress herself. Deku just had her in his arms. They go into the party, everyone looking at them, and then, the thing that happened in canon happens. But, All Might gets captured. What he does after a while, they clear out the first floor, All Might debuffs, and it buffs up again, but out of everyone's, sight. And then he takes down the villains. And then, all the class 1A is going up the stairs. And, they stay back, they fight the villains, and they keep going. So everyone, stays off at a certain floor. Deku is the only one left. Actually, Kirishima actually goes before Deku. Deku stays behind to actually, help. And Deku's daughter says she wants to help too, so she starts using some fire, and it's demonic fire, so it's much stronger than regular fire. But, she knows how to control her fire, so she knows how to control all of her magic. and she knows how to control her strength, so she won't kill nobody. That was one of the first things Deku taught her, self speaking, walking. She is a natural born prodigy. So she takes down some villains. Deku takes down a lot of villains. Kirishima gets to the top, but All Might, they fight Wolford. I think his name's Wolford. I believe his name's Wolford. Yeah, I really need to watch My Hero Academia again. I always say I'm gonna watch something again, but I never do it. Every time I say I'm gonna do something, I never do it. It's not because I don't want to, it's because I forget. So they still do that Double Detroit Smash. Kirishima did get the brace from Melissa, and after he did that, he did break it. So he can't use 100% anymore. If one for all, he did still use his hardening, so it was stronger. And they did take down the dude. So after all this done, he's get in prison. So does David Shield, for making illegal objects. And Melissa actually comes back to Japan with All Might. She lives with All Might right now. Because All Might is like her uncle to her. So she lives with All Might. She actually goes to 1A. Well, UA. Not 1A, because she already did them. And she actually in the support class. The dorms were implemented actually earlier than in canon. So, Deku has the option of, staying in the dorms, so he actually choose to. And his daughter wants to stay with him, so, he allows her. But, sometimes he might have to take her to, Inko's house when they have certain tests or certain things to happen. So now it's the final exams. They all study for the final exams, and, they all study for the final exams, and they get ready for it. Deku gets first place with Momo second. Momo thinks that, she didn't know that, Midoriya was smarter than her. So then, they announced fights. Deku and Bakugo versus All Might. Deku's daughter stays in the room. When Bakugo and Deku fights All Might, it's easier on them because they're stronger, but Bakugo still won't be able to do much against All Might, but he's stronger though. So All Might rushes in, Deku sees him this whole time. He's looking at him, even if he is farther away. He throws that punch. Deku splits it with, wind magic. All Might then rushes in. Me and Bakugo in the jaw. Don't know how he didn't die from it. Deku then spins around, spins around, kicks All Might in the back of the head. All Might goes flying. All Might, gains his bearings again. He rushes toward Deku. What Deku does is, he uses, a little bit of lightning magic. When All Might gets close to him, he puts, 2 hands on All Might. He shocks him. And Deku then says, "You don't really have to fight you, If I really wanted to, I could defeat you, but we're going to escape." As Deku grabs, Bakugo, who was knocked out. Well, actually, no, he's not knocked out. He is, just getting up from the attack. Deku grabbed him, and he rushes towards the finish line, and they get first place. They pass. Deku uses, his dark demonic wings as they get to the end, and then, they pass. And, when Deku unseals his power, he's going to get something like Meliodas has, the demon mark. I'm going to give it to him, but, he don't have it right now because his power is sealed, and so is the mark. But, his eye is still, that half thing, black and green. Everyone else goes, and, people pass, people fail. That's just how it is. Whoever team Mineta was that, Mineta had in canon, it actually passed. I believe it was Tape Boy and Mineta. I think it was Tape Boy and Mineta. If it wasn't, Yeah, Bar is on somebody's team. I can't remember who, but they actually defeat the person that they was with. I believe it was Midnight. Yeah, I believe they defeat Midnight, and that's all over because Bar she's stronger, so she ties down Midnight and put the cuffs on her. They say that they win. What was that loud sound? Oh, somebody started their car. It was real loud. So they're on the bus. They're going to the forest. Deku is actually sleeping, and his daughter's sitting on his lap, just playing on his phone, playing some games that she found, watching YouTube videos. She knows how to get to different apps, but Abara is actually watching her for Deku because he is sleeping. They get to the stop. As I always says, everyone off the bus. Deku wakes up. He gets off the bus. So then, he actually gives his baby to Aizawa, tells him to watch her. Aizawa says, thinking in his mind that it's probably for the better. So the Pussycats do show up. Deku puts it together real fast. As soon as they show up, he puts it together, but he don't show it. He actually goes over to Abara, holds her hand. She's blushing. The Pussycats do explain what they're gonna do. And then they send him down the mountain. Deku grabs Abara, puts her in his arms, carrying her bridal style. And they hit the ground. He puts her down and says, "We gotta enter the forest by sundown." So there's no Mandata, so they actually rush through the forest. And because they do have Deku, they actually get there a lot earlier than the canon. The Pussycats do ask Aizawa who is this little girl. Aizawa says one of the students' daughters. They say, "Wait, what? Aren't the students like 14 something?" And says, "Yeah, but he had, from what he told me, he actually went into a portal at the age of 4 and has been there for at least more years than I can actually count. From what I think, he is actually older than our own universe." So basically, this is his daughter. Her name is Mira Midoriya. Mira Midoriya. Mira Midoriya. They they say okay. So they get to the camp. After a while, that's when they does show up. People sweating, tired. Except Deku, he's the only one who's not sweating. And Baru's also sweating. So it's Bakugo, Kirishima. Even Todoroki sweat. Even though he has the ability to cool himself down with his ice, he was still sweating. My nigga was sweating. Deku does, walk over to Koda because he does have a daughter. He says, "Oh, hello, what's your name?" As Koda does go to punch Deku, and, basically, I don't know about y'all other dudes that's on here. Every other dude that's on here. I don't know about y'all. When y'all saw that, I grabbed my nuts, nigga. I'm for real, I did. I don't know why it is, but, when somebody get punched in the nuts, all dudes in the vicinity, they can feel it. I know about this. I've seen it before. I saw someone got punched in the nuts. It was tragic. About 15 dudes around, all grabbing their nuts like they got hit. We didn't get hit, but we felt the pain. That dude didn't get up for at least what I can think was, 15 minutes. 15, 30, I don't know. It was a long time. He didn't get up. So more time actually passed, Koda, does try, to stay away from Deku, but Deku follows him around. And Deku's daughter does too. Koda he don't like it. Deku says, "What's your name, kid?" Coda finally breaks and says, "My name is Coda. Why are you following me?" Deku says, "Because I can feel, great pain coming from you." Coda says, "What do you mean?" From what I can see, did your parents die, kid? As Coda says, How do you know that? Was they killed by a man named Muscular? Coda says, "Wait, how do you know that?" No. Deku tells Coda to calm down. Let me talk to you for a little bit. As he puts his hands on Coda's head and says this. Somebody may, basically, stay stuck in the past, dreaming of the events that happened on that exact day. Or some people may move forwards, and they always accomplish new things. Now, your parents were killed by a villain by the name of Muscular. I was right about that. But your parents were heroes, from what I can see. And, they prepared for the future for you. But you see, from what I can tell, you hate heroes because your parents were heroes. You think the heroes are the fault that, your parents died. But it's not the hero's fault, and it's not the villain's fault. Not all people are the same. Not all villains are villains. Not all heroes are heroes. So, what are you going to do about that, kid? Are you going to go after revenge from this person called Muscular? Or are you going to live up to your parents' expectations, become a great hero to protect their honor and, their future? Because you can do all this by yourself, kid. You don't got to listen to all the promises that everyone else is spitting out in front of you. Just trust me, kid. I promise you this. How about I train you in your quirk? I can see I can see that you have a water quirk. So I can train you in it. Even though I don't have water. But, doesn't matter. But listen. Your parents didn't die in vain. They did something good before they died. They protected you. So keep that memory of them protecting you inside you. But don't keep the memory of their deaths. Let that flow. Your power is like water, right? Then your power is not your power is not a dam. Don't keep it like a dam. Don't keep it locked up. Keep it like a river, always flowing, constantly flowing. And that's how you know you're going to become stronger. And don't worry about your parents. I know they're in a better place right now. And they're looking down at you, saying that they're proud of you. And they're going to always be there for you. As he points to Coda's heart and says they're always going to be there. You may not feel them, but trust me, they're going to be there. As Coda does cry and hugs Deku, as Deku, pats his head, Coda says, "Alright, you can train me in my, water quirk." Manale did hear this, and she did see this, and she was happy. So Deku actually trains Coda in his water quirk. Well, it's water quirk, whatever. As Deku teaches Coda how to use it. Well, he already knows how to use it, but he teaches him how to make it more deadly. Well, not deadly right now. He just teaches him how to regulate it and manipulate it to do certain things, like basically shoot it forward. I just had 49. Now it's on 39. How to basically make wings out of the water. Make a lot of things. So after it's all done, they don't do the courage thing because I hate that. So Dobby still sets the forest on fire. Villains do all come out, and they just in the camp and they actually, just doing teenage things like arm wrestling, thumb war, things that we did actually. They arm wrestling most of the time, playing thumb wars, roasting marshmallows, telling stories. Like, someone talk about the stories, the time that they met a pro hero, things like that. So Muscular's the first one to rush out. He rushes straight towards the kids. So what Deku did, he noticed him, so he rushes over. He kicks Muscular dead in the side of his face, above where his left ear is, and kicked him into the ground. It made a crater. Muscular's out. Other villains start pouring out. Deku takes them all down simultaneously, really fast with magic and martial arts. Mr. Compress comes in. They think that the targets for this one is actually Deku, Bakugo. Actually, no, Deku, just Deku, because they're the only ones they know about. Shigaraki wants Deku dead. So, Compress does go right after Deku, but Deku sees him coming, so he shoots up, some dirt, not dirt, shoots out some wind, which causes dirt to fly everywhere, and he's blinded. So what Deku does is he blitzes him, punches him so hard he flies right back into the forest, and he's knocked out. Other villains do come out, like Mustard. Deku manipulates the wind, cover only Muscular, not Muscular, only Mustard's head, and he gets attacked by his own quirk. The teeth dude does come out towards Deku. Deku breaks all his teeth, and then Deku sends a blade of wind right at him, and it cuts off all of his teeth. Precise, cuts off every single last one of his teeth. Magna does try to pull in Mandalay, but what Deku does is shoot some fire at him, at her, whatever. It burns it, and they back away. Toga, does go invisible, try to stab Deku. Deku notice the presence hiding thing, it ain't gonna work on him. So he notices her presence, and he basically kicks her away. She got kicked so hard, she flew into the forest. Blood did come out her mouth a little bit, and she did pass out. They see that they're not going to actually accomplish anything. So what Deku does is he hits them all with some tracking magic. He can track their positions with magic. And this is just something I'm going to say he can do. So they do escape, They get back to the bar. The people that was knocked out get captured. But except Muscular, what he do, get taken away. Like I said, the people, Muscular actually dies with villains. As soon as they get back into the base, Muscular's body explodes. They wonder what happened. So what happened was this: Deku put a little, ball of air inside of Muscular's body. And it was so strong to where when Deku released it, an explosion of air pushed all of Muscular's, organs, body, everything pushed. It just pushed outward, and it killed Muscular by blowing himself up. So, everyone else, it got saved. They got taken away. Mr. Compress, Toga, Magna, everyone else, they got taken away. Teeth dude, but he can't use his quirk anymore because he don't got no more teeth. Actually, he got captured. Yeah, I'm gonna say he got captured. Mustard also got captured. And the rest of the people got away. So, Deku does give the location of the villains and the Nomu factory. Told they do attack it, the Nomu factory and the villain hideout. All Might, rushes in, saying, "I am here." But there's no one to save, so he just tries to capture them. As he does get them captured, but the black stuff come out their mouth and their eyes, and they teleport away. All Might then rushes to the other location where Bestginas got killed. And, all for one is there. Now Deku is actually gonna show up there, but not right now. So All Might, fights with All for One, and he gets off. Finna get ready to get off his United States of Smash, but All for One notices too fast. He actually hits All Might with a punch, which basically stops him from doing his United States of Smash. and actually puts him down, he can't use his power no more. He's basically quirkless right now. And he's just at the mercy of All For One. This when something strange happens, from what they see, the sky goes completely dark. It's cloudy. It's storming, basically. It got lightning in the air, but the lightning ain't normal. It's not like that color it is, the white, blue, whatever it is, can't really tell. It's red. The lightning's red. And Deku comes out, basically floating down. Like I said before, Deku doesn't have water magic. He has storm magic though, which storm magic is different from water magic. So this is a magic that I wanted to implement, but I forgot to. And I was supposed to get from water magic, but I didn't. Don't know why. But this storm magic is actually strong. It mixes water magic, lightning magic, and wind magic, and also dark magic. So this is demonic lightning, demonic wind, and demonic water. Deku now has water magic, So he floats down, looking completely fly. His long hair just moving in the wind. He gets to the bottom. Deku says, because I really don't like you, and you're way too evil. Remind me of the Demon King. And because you might have, you might cause some trouble to my family later on, if you figure out who I am, I'm actually going to erase you from existence. As Deku actually, says release. As he releases all of his seals on his body, like his magic seals and his physical seals. So everyone feels this magical presence. They start throwing up. People start throwing up. Some people pass out. All around the world, all throughout the universe, alien races do that too. And Deku basically starts floating a little bit. His eyes go completely white, and his voice start booming. He says, All For One, real name. He says All For One real name. I don't know what it is. You are pronounced dead by me, Izuku Midoriya, or the Great Demon, as I was called in Purgatory. As he puts his hand up, All For One sees lightning, a whole bunch of red lightning gathering up. Deku brings out his hand, it strikes All For One, and he is completely dissipated, eradicated. He got smite. He is gone from the face of the earth. All For One is no more. Neither is the quirk. So the war arc won't happen. Now, Deku stops all that. He makes the storms disappear. He makes the clouds and the storm disappear. He seals back up his magic and walks away. All Might does question Deku about his power. Where did he get it from? Deku says no. Again, he went to Purgatory, and he knows magic. As he basically just goes to the uses the darkness to teleport away. Now, it's the final exams. They go up for the final exams. They on a bus. They get there. Deku brings his daughter to actually Inko. So fake Deku, tries to shake Deku's hand, but Deku can see that he has different motives. So Deku says, "I'm not going to shake your hand. I can see that you have different motives from what your face tells me. So goodbye." Miss Joe does talk about, as I was students talk about Deku, that he's really cocky, and does joke around with Aizawa. Aizawa says he's not cocky. He just knows he can do all of this, and he can read people very well. He actually is the strongest in my whole class, and from what I think, my own personal opinion, he's the strongest in the whole school. He's actually even more strong than All Might, but he keeps his power suppressed. The joke said, "No, you're such a joker, Aizawa." She says that was supposed to be my job. Aizawa says, "Whatever." I've been recording for a long time now, so I'm gonna have to finish this up fast. So I might talk faster. So everyone does do the crush 1A thing, crush UA, and they try, but it fails like candy, because Deku uses his quirk, not his quirk, his magic to take a lot of people down, and his eyesight is very much better, and he can manipulate the wind to actually hit people right inside their buttons. That didn't sound right. So Togeda's actually try to impersonate Cammy to get close to Deku because she sees Deku is very dangerous, and she is kind of scared of him. So now it's the save people part. Deku saves a lot of people with a smile on his face. The older women, they think Deku is pretty cute. The kids, they can trust Deku. They just feel this sense of security. Like he feels so secure being around him, so safe. And they feel this warmth. So Deku saves a lot of people. And Todoroki and Yarashi still fights like candy a little bit. Todoroki says, "Let's put this behind us until it's over with." And Yarashi says, "Fine." But they do still fail, both of them, because they did fight. So they did, even though they did, do good against gang worker, they still, fought. So they only, people that fail, well, Cammy too. But Todoroki's the only person who failed in UA. Bako actually fails too. You're gonna make it so Bako actually fails too. Even though he's nicer in this one, he actually fails too. Because it was that one person that actually made him mad. Because even though Bako was doing a good job, that one person kept on talking, but like Bako was doing that wrong. And Bako did blow up on him. No pun intended. Then they failed him because of that. So now it's time for the Mirio fight. Mirio comes in class 1A saying, asking if they can fight. If they can fight, as I was saying, sure, see you at night. So they all going to the exam room with the gym. Mirio takes down most people except Deku. Deku takes Mirio down with just a flick of his finger. Nezure and Sun Eater are shocked from this. Mirio says, "You have to come to my agency." Deku says, "Sure, why not?" So Mirio does bring Deku to Sonare. And also All Might did suggest Sonare to Kirishima. Kirishima says, "Sure." So they both go there. Sonare says, "Which one of you has one for all?" Deku already knows about one for all. He points to Kirishima. And Sonari says, "Oh, so you're the kid All Might, picked. I want to see what's so special about you." Says, get this from me by the end of, if you can get this from me, then I'll let you in. So he tested Kirishima first. And Kirishima actually, using 10% gets close. But then he uses his quirk, his hardening quirk. He actually gets dependent, so now they sees what Kirishima has. He has potential. He can use up to 28%, like I said. And then so now they test Deku. He looks to the future, try to see if he can, see if way he can, escape Deku. But every single last time he looks into it, he sees that every time he's just gonna get caught, no matter what. So Deku basically just pulls a pendant to himself with wind magic. Says over. He stamps both of their papers saying that they can, allow. They going walk around the street, patrolling. After a while, Eri does rush out the corner scared. And because Deku has a daughter, he knows, he has that fatherly fit, fatherly fit. He has that father mentality, so he actually going to protect Eri. Eri gets behind Deku, and Deku hides her in his hair. Many of them, thinking what's going on. Deku says, "No, don't talk. Let me do all the talking." As he blocks their mouth with wind magic, so they can't speak. And Deku gonna manipulate their bodies with wind magic, so basically they do everything that he wants them to do. So what's his name? Overhaul comes out and says, "Have you guys seen any kids coming about?" Deku says, "No." "What do you mean?" Little girl that ran by, she has blue hair with a horn. Deku says, "No, sorry." And Overhaul is a little bit suspicious, says, "Well, if you see her, can you tell me?" As Deku says, "Sure." So they get back to the agency. Deku then releases the magic he had on them to say, "Why did you do that?" Deku pulls out Eri. Deku can see that Eri is hurt. So what he does is he heals her up. He says, "Can you tell me what's going on?" And Eri's a little bit scared. Deku says, "Look, listen. I have a daughter of my own, so I'm pretty good with kids. Don't worry about it. You're in safe hands now." As she says, there was Overhaul or Shizaki, and she just ran away, and she's pretty scared. She don't want him to get hurt. Deku says he won't get hurt. "Oh, how about this?" Deku says, "You want to meet my daughter?" As Eri says, yeah. As Deku brings her to his house, and Inko meets Eri, and Eri meets Mira. And they get along pretty well, even though Mira is younger than Eri. And Mira is pretty smart. They start playing together. They start treating each other like little sister and big sister. Mira calls Eri big sister. They get along pretty well. So Nadai still comes up with the plan to just storm Shizaki's base, and they go out with the plan. Now Overhaul is actually angry because he has no more quirk erasing bullets, because Eri, like another part of mine, I can't remember which one it was, erased all the quirk erasing bullets before she escaped, so they have no more of them. And they also don't have Eri, so they can't pull out her blood to make more. So this when Overhaul is actually angry. He's throwing a fit. This when the heroes actually raid his base, and since they're all in one place, it's much easier for all the heroes to capture all of Overhaul's people. And before Overhaul can actually use his quirk to actually do some damage, Deku comes in, uses his wind magic. He uses his lightning magic to actually shock Overhaul to the point he passes out, and they all capture every single last one of Overhaul's people. The Yakuza just fell. Shigaraki did steal Santoka and what's his name twice, but they wasn't gonna try anything because they already know how strong Deku is. And they heard from they saw a video of him completely erase off one who was actually the main boss. So everyone gets captured. Shigaraki has lost all meaning of his life, so he isn't gonna actually try to attack Overhaul. But Overhaul still loses his quirk. How? Eri. Yeah. Everyone wanted revenge, so she took away Overhaul's quirk. Now, how she did this was actually with Deku's help. Deku calmed her down and guided her through the process, and she actually took away Overhaul's quirk by basically sending it way back in time to where it wasn't even created. So Overhaul is just quirkless for now. Eri actually did this to all the people there. And during this time, Inko actually adopted Eri. So now, Actually, no, Deku adopted Eri, so Eri is now Deku's daughter. And he now has 2 daughters. Now, UA still has the second sports festival, and they do the dance thing. All the girls in the crowd, that's Deku's age, actually blushing at him. No, Abari is actually mad from this, but Deku tells her to calm down. Gentle Criminal, and La Brava, Deku does fight them. But Deku has easier time. He takes them both down. Well, takes Gentle Criminal down, but he lets him go away. Actually, he gets captured, and, imprisoned. And this is the What If. Thanks for watching. See y'all in the next one. Peace out. Goodbye. The soldiers of the Ginger Army. Well, Gingerbread Army. Remember, keep your guns loaded. Keep the nukes ready. Keep the bombs ready. We're taking over this world. But we're going to have to do it one step at a time. Goodbye.